Welcome to today's show. We will be talking to the characters from The Boy in the Striped Pajamas. Please welcome the father.
Hello.
Hello, how are you today?
Good, you?
Good. Did you see your mother's point of view?
I did, but I couldn't really acknowledge it. If I had taken it into consideration, I feel like I would have endangered my family.
Nice. Did you ever feel that what you were doing was wrong?
It came to mind, but again, there's no way I could have spoken out without injuring either myself or my family.
So are you saying that you feel like what you have been doing is okay?
There have been times where I've questioned myself and my actions, but no.
Okay, well, do you regret anything?
I regret moving to the area.
Like
'Cause
taking
my family there, it would have been easier if I had just gone alone.
Yeah, so why would you put your family through all this?
Because if I had left them alone, I couldn't guarantee their safety.
Well, you know, your parents or their grandparents were back home. Why didn't you ever consider, like, leaving them with their grandparents?
With their mindset and views on the situation, they could have been a risk or a liability. They could have spoken out and caused them to be taken away.
Okay, well, thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Go.
Please welcome our next guest, Bruno's mother. Hi, welcome.
Hi.
So, who is Kotler to you?
Oh, well, that's a strange question because he's just a lieutenant who's working in Auschwitz, and I don't know why you would ask such a question.
What about the time that you were caught talking to him in a room?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay. Do you feel guilty for being a bystander?
Well, of course I feel guilty for letting what happens in the camp go on, but I didn't know what to do. I didn't know how I could speak out because it's my husband's job.
Did you feel like you were kind of silenced by your husband?
Absolutely, and eventually I decided that I had enough, and that's why I planned on leaving with my children.
Okay. Imagine you being a Jew. What do you think you would have done?
Well, I would be very oppressed, obviously, and I can't even imagine what they go through over there. And I would try as hard as I could to make a difference in what was going on, but obviously it would be hard because of the situation.
Did you ever consider leaving your husband?
Well, as soon as I realized how bad it was, I disagreed with what was going on, and eventually I just said, like, I've had enough, so I decided that I needed to leave.
Thank you. Here we are at Auschwitz, and this is Schmoll.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you?
So why were you victimized in Auschwitz?
Because me and my family were Jewish, so the Nazi party forced us to go there.
Did you ever try to escape?
I always thought about it and wanted to, but I knew the consequences would be too severe.
So you never even considered, like, trying to leave, even though it was so scary?
I definitely considered, but it was also always false hope, and I knew that it would never work out because of the security in the camps.
Do you think Bruno knew everything that was going on?
I definitely don't think he knew. He definitely was sheltered, and I witnessed this all firsthand, so I think he didn't know at all, and I think his family was hiding it from him.
So do you feel, because you and Bruno are the same age, do you feel that you had to grow up faster, kind of, and that Bruno, like, seemed younger than you almost?
Yeah, definitely with the things I saw, I definitely grew up and matured and understood I couldn't be a child anymore, and I had to become strong for my family.
So do you feel that you were forced to go to Auschwitz?
Yes, definitely. I did not want to be there, and it was not on my will.
Who forced you?
The Nazi party, and I didn't have a choice, and I wish I could have left, and it was miserable.
What happened when you arrived?
I got split up from my mother and my sisters, but I got to stay with my father, but I'm lost him a couple of weeks ago, and I have not seen him since.
I'm sorry. Well, thank you for coming.
No problem.
Please welcome our last guest, Bruno.
Hi.
Hello, Bruno.
Hi.
How are you today?
Good.
So why did you and your family move?
Well, my daddy got a new job.
Okay. So your friend Shmuel, why is he in that place?
I
behind
don't
the
know.
fence?
I think he's in there because he wants to be.
You think he's there because he wants to be?
Yeah.
You think he's like playing behind the fence or something?
Mm-hmm. That's his house.
Okay. Would you always support your father even if you found out he was a part of a horrible action?
Yes, of course I would. He's my father, and I respect and love him.
No matter how horrible that action might be?
It can't be that bad.
Okay. Would you always support your father even if you found out he was a part of a horrible action?
Yes, of course I would. He's my father, and I respect and love him.
No matter how horrible that action might be?
It can't be that bad.
Okay. Do you think you were being brainwashed?
No.
If you knew what was happening, would you have stood up for your father?
Maybe I would have if I was older.
Like if you knew and understood what was going on with your father and everything that he was doing, would you stand up for him or would you kind of go against him and stand up for the Jews?
Of course I would go against him because my heart is with the Jews.
Okay, thank you. Thanks for watching. Please stay tuned for next week's episode.